In this video I'll be demonstrating the basic use of Soundation.com. So once you've signed up for an account and you're logged in, as you'll be able to see up here, go ahead and click on Launch the Studio and we'll begin. Now the first thing you need to understand about Soundation is the difference between audio and MIDI. Now audio loops and audio channels they're like little bits of music that have been recorded with a microphone. They are the way they are, and they're very difficult to change. Now MIDI, see these grey ones here, these grey channels are the audio channels, and the blue channels are the MIDI channels. And you can add new audio channels by the plus sign here, and the plus sign with the music notes there is to add a new MIDI channel. Okay, now the most basic simple way to use Soundation is to just go over to your sound library. Now if this isn't displayed here, you can use the button there to show that or hide that. You can open some of these folders. I'll start with electronica. Now these numbers represent the tempo, so these loops here will be at 125 beats per minute, and in generally you want to use audio loops that are of the same tempo. So like I said before, audio loops can't be changed very easily, or if they are changed, you can slow or speed them up or down, but when you do that it tends to lose a lot of sound quality, so best to choose audio loops from the same tempo range. So you can preview them by double clicking, so let's have a listen to bass arp. Very nice. Okay, now as we can see, that bass line is in C, and again, because it's an audio loop, it's going to be difficult to change that, so we'll just use that for in C. Now I can add that to my composition by dragging, just simple matter of dragging it over to there, and we can play our track by pressing the big play button down here. Okay, now if I want to have something playing at the same time as that, let's have a listen to what these toms are like. We'll just use that in the example anyway. It might not be the best choice, but I'll drag that in there so it comes in just a little bit later, and we'll go back to the start and hear how that sounds together. Okay, now I probably would have chosen something a little bit that goes together again against each other a little bit better than those two, but for the purpose of demonstrating the features, they'll do. So what I can do is I can have a look at some of these settings over here, particularly these two, solo and mute buttons. So if I want to hear just one track, so for example this one, I press on solo, so now when I play, all the other parts will be muted. So that one's in here, so I'm just hearing that tom-tom part there. And if I want to mute this track, now the opposite happens, so this one is turned off and all other tracks can be heard. So I press play again, and the tom-tom part there was not heard. Okay, now you can get into a lot of fanciness with these sound effects. I won't go into what they do, but you can just experiment with those amongst yourselves and just see how they change the sound. This slider here is the volume slider, so it might be a bit more effective on this one. I want that more quiet, like that. Okay, so that bass track there is now a lot quieter. This little knob here is the pan setting, so if I want the bass to be on the left speaker more or the right speaker more, I can use that. That's no problem. Just keep it in the middle. And then if I want to change either of these settings as it goes along, I can drag this down and select volume. So I can, by using this, I can make it get louder, not just be quiet the whole way through. And it's a similar kind of thing for the pan, so you can adjust that to change the pan from left to right throughout the song. So let's have a listen. I'll turn that view off, display off, and we'll have a listen to how that gets louder. There we go. Okay. Now if I want to extend this loop, when I hover my mouse over it, I can see this little triangle here. And if I just drag that across, just loops it again and again and again and again. I find that if you're going to be looping this 3 or 4 times, it's best to drag the loop in again from the library over here. Otherwise it starts to get a bit out of sync if you just loop it again and again and again and again. And you can go over here to this project tab here, and this shows you just the loops that you've got happening in your project already. Okay, so that's a couple of basic drag and drop features in Soundation.com. I'll do another video just to demonstrate some more MIDI style features, and that'll be that, so have fun.